And I did a poll this week on what people thought was the best sports games, if I can find it on our awesome Facebook page real quick. Because all the sports games are starting to come out now. We have Madden just releasing.
Which I've heard is actually really good.
Yeah, and that's something I really want to check out is the new Madden game. Because Madden usually is just little things every year. Little things. So hopefully it's a bit bigger. And September 17th, I want to say, is when NBA 2K17 comes out. You can do the whole early access if you pre-order it. But on our Facebook page, you can find it at facebook.com/group/nerdcave. I asked, time for your opinions. We're now in the season of sports games. What franchise is better? And I put Madden, NBA 2K, WWE 2K, FIFA, MLB The Show, and no one else put anything else in there. And winning this by a pretty good margin is Madden. Next up would be NBA 2K, then WWE, and then one person. Who is it?
Jeremy Price.
Yeah, Price voted for FIFA.
Out of those, I would probably say Madden.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to play the new WWE game.
Yeah.
Because I haven't played one of those really in a long time. I know we've did Let's Plays for 2K16,
mm-hmm.
but I haven't really done like a story mode. And I could pre-order it, get Goldberg, who is coming back to WWE, by the way. They haven't formally announced it, but it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I kind of want to get back into sports games because I remember every year I would get NCAA when they made it, and that game was so much fun.
Oh, yeah.
I remember playing as Tim Tebow, and I could just destroy everybody.
Oh, yeah. He was jacked.
Which is funny because you know about him trying to get into baseball, right?
I heard, like, a little...
So there is a rumor that the Braves are very interested in signing him to a minor league deal. If that happens and he by chance makes it to the AA level, at some point he will play against the Blue Wahoos.
That is very interesting.
And the media train behind that would be insane.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I mean, that happens wherever he goes. I mean, I love the guy. But wherever he goes, like whatever sport he's in, they always make a big deal out of it. And I guarantee you the press would be all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
Wherever he would go.
Yeah, and good or bad.
Yeah.
You know, whatever way they want to spin it.
But anyway, back to the whole thing. I used to get NCAA, Madden, and WWE every year.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't played any of those in a while, so I really want to get back into Madden because I've heard this year's is really good.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get WWE 2K17 because I've actually started to really get back into wrestling again. Goldberg. So, yeah, I would say Madden would be my choice, followed closely by WWE.
Mine's 2K, just because I've spent so much time with it. If NCAA was still being made, that would be my number one, then 2K. Yeah. But unfortunately, they didn't get that deal signed back a few years ago, so kind of sad.
It's a shame.
Hopefully, one day they'll be able to make another
That game
one.
used to sell like crazy.
Oh, yeah. And then you turn right back around, and you could even, like, transfer your character, like, when he would graduate into Madden.
Yeah.
So it was just the perfect scheme to get people to buy both of them.
I remember the one play that I could always run, whether it was with Florida or somebody else, and this worked in Madden too. You just send the tight end forward and then that way, and he'll be open every single time.
Yep. You get that Hail Mary and has that one that hooks in. Right there.
Yep.
I know which one, man.
Yep.
I ran that on Derek Daniel a few times.
I can't remember what it was called, but it was a good play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not disparaging Derek. Derek's a really good Madden player now, like really good. Mm-hmm. But I remember when Derek was a really bad NCAA player. But yeah, I'm excited. I really, really want to try the new Madden and definitely WWE as well. I have to ask, what's your most memorable sports game? Like, what year would be your most memorable sports game? With
Madden, it would probably be Madden 10, because I remember it had Troy Polamalu and Larry Fitzgerald on the cover. And me and Willis did a fantasy draft where we actually did like an NFL season, but we came up with our own teams and we did a draft.
Yeah.
And like you'd see like Ben Roethlisberger on the Browns, or you'd see Drew Brees with the Seahawks. You know, like every team drafted. So it was all mixed up. And doing that was a lot of fun. I remember playing it a lot with Jake, Luke, Willis, and all of them. Same thing with the last NCAA that came out. I can't remember what year it was. With wrestling, my favorite wrestling game, believe it or not, was all the way back in the N64 days, WrestleMania 2000. Because I remember you would go through career mode and you could unlock like all three of Mick Foley's personalities, and at the very end, you had to fight Shawn Michaels.
Oh.
And when you beat him, you unlocked him. So I just remember like creating so many different wrestlers, because that was still when WCW was around. So I would create all the WCW guys, and I'd create myself and other friends, and all fight each other and everything. So those would be my most memorable ones.
Wrestling, WCW Nitro. Was such a good one. Like, I remember you could put in the code and get like Santa Claus and the polar bear and all of that. Played that one a lot. WCW Mayhem.
I actually saw that at the flea market today.
That one is such a good one, and I remember getting it, and it has like the very intro is like them building Goldberg like to like do the match or whatever, and like he's like breaking out and like what the hell, and I always would mute it because I wanted to see it, but I didn't want my mom hearing the cuss word. But love that game because that was the first WCW one that had character creation in it, so it was really, really fun getting to play with it. NCAA, pretty much any of them. I played all of them, just a ton of them. NBA, though, 2K13 was when I really got into NBA. And then from then on, each one has been better and better. But 2K13 was my real, like, my first year of just, like, eat, sleep, and drinking NBA 2K. Madden, not a huge Madden fan, to be honest. Now, if other people had the licenses, NFL Blitz.
Oh, Blitz was so fun.
Yeah, the original, like I think it was NFL Blitz 97, 98 or whatever. That was awesome.
Yeah. They did another NFL Blitz like 2 or 3 years ago.
It was like the league, and it was like you had to use steroids or something. It was really interesting. It wasn't all the real teams, but I loved it. I got to play as Green Bay, and you'd throw the ball down, and it'd be on fire, and you'd catch it. And my favorite thing was, like, after the play was done, you just start tackling everybody, like switching characters and tackling people.
Sports games were fun.
Yeah, the good old days.
Yeah.